Now, best place in the world to be, apart from your place right now, is Washington, D.C., because the great man, Donald Trump, is about to return to the presidency. And speaking of great men, Chris Kenny is watching it all for us with the Capitol behind him. Oh, the memories when I was there on election night, but you're there as he's about to become president. Chris, we look forward to your shows this week, mate. How's it going?
Great to talk to you, Paul. You'd love to be here right now. I know. It's not very cold at the moment. It's just above zero for us, but it's going to get a lot colder in the next few days. I'll mention in a moment. But the great thing about the town at the moment, and the reason you'd love to be here, is, as you know, Washington, D.C. is the swamp. This is the home of the left and the woke. It's the Canberra bubble on steroids. 93% of the people in Washington, D.C. voted for Kamala Harris, and not too many Trump supporters in these parts. But at the moment, they're coming in from all around the country. And as we've wandered around the streets today, we've spoken to people who've come in from Florida, from Louisiana. Plenty came in from Texas on our flight from Dallas as well. People from nearby Virginia. These are the people who think Washington, D.C. ignores them. Well, they're taking it over this week to celebrate the return of Donald Trump, who they reckon might actually drain the joint this time.
And things do feel different this time around, don't they? Because the first time for fellow Trump supporters, let's be honest, it felt a little bit like we had won lotto. But this time we all saw it coming, the arm wrestle we were all part of, and it's a very broad and definite win. They also come in with a whole bunch of very detailed plans, including on day one, whether you're going to start the deportation of the millions of illegals that Biden let in over the years. Do you think that Trump supporters this time have a feeling that rather than the hope of change, that change is coming to America in just a couple of days?
Yeah, they really think this is the reset. This is really happening. They think this is a return to the way things ought to be. And we spoke to a lot of them around the place today. Of course, the big disappointment for them is that the inauguration ceremony has been moved inside. We mentioned the weather at the start. It's going to snow most of tomorrow. That's Sunday, Washington, D.C. time. And then that's not going to be too bad. That'll be pretty. It'll make things difficult to get organised, but it'll be very nice to see. It's not going to be super cold, just below zero. But on Inauguration Day, the forecast is for -10 and strong winds. So for the first time since Ronald Reagan was sworn in for the second time in 1985, they're going to have the inauguration in the Capitol Rotunda. There'll only be about 600 people in there instead of hundreds of thousands out in the mall. So this is one of the things I talked about with people around the streets today. Have a look. So with the weather forecast for Inauguration Day being absolutely abysmal, it's a sad sight today to see the grandstands, instead of being ready to be filled, they're being pulled down. We found plenty of people getting around the city with a lot of enthusiasm anyway. So is Donald Trump a New Yorker or a Floridian?
He loves the tax treatment in Florida.
We're here just to support our president, so.
Are you disappointed that the show's going to be moved inside?
I guess a little bit. It would have been nice to be, be outside and be a part of it, but unfortunately we have bad weather coming. It's going to be cold, so I think it's for the better.
So why is German TV bringing a cutout of Donald Trump around?
How popular? Maybe it's a little bit stupid, but people like it.
Yeah.
Like him.
And how popular is Donald Trump in Germany?
Not at all. So we don't understand him.
No, we don't like that coming down. We drove from Louisiana, so, we wanted to see everything, wanted to see the parade.
Especially given you guys are from Florida, it's pretty bloody cold around here, and the whole show's being moved indoors. Are you disappointed with all those changes?
It's not because of the cold.
No. Yeah.
That's not because of the cold. It's for security.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
We all know
that. It's the worst kept secret.
We just want to know the truth.
So there you go, Paul. They're going to enjoy themselves anyway. This talk about the security concerns really prompting the move inside, I don't think that stacks up. Certainly none of the officials say that. It's all about the weather. And Donald Trump himself also says it's all about the weather. It is going to be bitterly cold, and sure, if you're rugged up and got all the right gear, it'd be fine. But there are a lot of elderly people here, and security staff and police would have to be out in that weather all day, -10 with a wind chill of maybe -20. So that's why it's inside. It's changed everything. The Capital One Arena, where I saw a basketball game a few weeks ago, well, tonight they're having an ice hockey game there. Tomorrow, Donald Trump's having his planned victory parade there, or rally there, and now because the inauguration's been moved indoors, he'll have that the second day, another rally, an inauguration rally if you like, instead of the normal parade down Pennsylvania Avenue.
And before I let you go, the ceasefire. Now, we know this thing has been a very bumpy deal, long-awaited process. And as we have seen this evening, it is very, very fragile. Now, fingers crossed, everything gets worked out, people start to get released, and in 6 weeks from now, the world is in a better place. Do you think any of this was possible if Trump didn't win? Because we know where Biden and Harris were. They've been saying it since May of earlier last year.
Yeah, the thing is that Donald Trump is reshaping the global order even before he's been inaugurated for the second time. That's absolutely clear. And yeah, we all know about the threats Donald Trump made against Hamas, hand over the hostages or all hell will break loose. Well, there are a lot of speculation too that pressure also worked on Benjamin Netanyahu, that the Israelis have been forced into making an agreement as well because Trump has demanded it. But the thing is that today, just in the last couple of hours, Donald Trump has repeated if this deal is broken by Hamas, there will be all hell to pay. So he really is putting a lot of weight on this, a lot of emphasis on this, and his new regime is committed to making it happen. But there's a lot to unfold in coming days. The one thing you've got to remember about this deal is that we all agree Hamas should be destroyed, and even the lefties agree Hamas should have no role in the future of Gaza, but it's Hamas you're doing the deal with. So it is fraught, but Donald Trump has got it as a number one priority at the moment, there's no doubt.
All right, mate. Enjoy MAGA Christmas. I wish I was there. Remember, if you're getting any T-shirts for me, it is a 5XL. I know everyone would just think small to medium, but alas, I shop at Ray's Outdoors for all my clothing needs. We'll see you on the telly tomorrow, 5 o'clock, the Kenny Report live from Washington, D.C. We love you, mate.
I tell you what, mate, if we get through the week and have a success, I might even smoke a cigar for you.